figured this is a pretty cool campsite. Look at what is going on back here. Oh, a dog. Look at this. That is so cool. Oh, and there's a little fire pit right here. Are you kidding me? Look at this. So we are set up. Picnic table here. And I saw this right next to the site too. Right next to where I'm set up with this big tree. It's kind of interesting, this piece of wood with kind of smoothed out on the end there. Those are right there. That's so cool. Little hut. Vantage point above. I got the flies not on the tent. I am checking out a trail where I heard that somebody saw a footprint possibly. I'm out back in the Midwest, very, very excited to be out here. I love it out here. Pretty cool campsite I got there, huh? Pretty sure I'm gonna put that in before this hike. And there's all kinds of interesting stuff right at the beginning of this, if you can see. Wow. Pretty cool curved tree up there. What a beautiful day it is. This is awesome. So I don't know, just gonna do my usual thing, go with the flow, see what happens, and show you guys my hike. Oh, there's a beautiful little arch right there already. Look at that right there. I'm not gonna go too far off trail right now, but that is a beautiful little arch. Very, very defined. Oh, it's just awesome. Look at this. This is just, it's interesting already, just looking at all this. look at all these. There's a big leaning tree over there, kind of through the fork of that tree. Just a pile of logs. There's a very interesting break way up there. You can kind of see where it's broken in the center here, sort of through the trees, and then it just goes across. Look at that. Look at this. Sort of an arch right there. Wow. Look at this. My goodness. Of course, there's some that were cut. So, wow, look at that. Look at that, straight through. I don't know what that is exactly. Sort of, I don't know. Wow. Cool right here, look at this. Sort of like an arch. And through there, there's a bunch of stuff kind of piled up like a, almost like a little structure almost. Very cool. Something I'm noticing, because somebody said they might have seen footprints. So there's a lot of, it's kind of muddy, and there's, you know, you see that right there. A lot of foot traffic here, so it's hard to tell. You see those are clearly shoes. A lot of tread and stuff. But yeah, it'd be really neat to see a print, like a clear one. Otherwise, I certainly don't need to see a print. I'm just happy to be out. Grateful for this beautiful day. And it's already pretty interesting. Barely even into this hike. Hopefully you guys are enjoying just taking the hike with me a little bit. I've actually showed you most of what I have seen so far. Stick kind of caught up there in some vines, it looks like, maybe. That's kind of neat there. Sort of one of those roots, I guess. Beautiful. Really nothing definitive, but there are just a lot of really pretty visible impressions. Just the way that the dirt is, and it looks like maybe it rained recently. So, pretty cool. And there's the trail. Come on. Over there is, I was looking at that like a minute ago. Here's a different angle. Now that looks pretty cool right there. Wow. Just heard something land. And almost like a knock, kind of right where I'm facing here. That's pretty cool. I don't think there's much falling from trees at this time of year. Around spring, like acorns and such. So look at that. You can see down in a ravine. Is that what you call it? Ridge, holler. Amazing. Both sides, actually. It goes down on this side too, so I'm on a ridge, I'm pretty sure of that. That's pretty neat. There's a big uprooted tree there. It's always intriguing. Kind of like near my campsite, just like that. Nice little break right here. Love these. It's about, from me, just a little taller, maybe 7 feet up. Beautiful. Kind of looks twisted. There's a snapped tree right there. Down the side of the ridge, down through there. That's downhill if you can't tell. Neat. It just looks cool. Kind of leaning up there. That's probably broken up there, looks like. And possibly right up in there that might have something snapped off. Tree laying across. See that limb kind of leaning right there. Oh wow. It's a bit of like a bend, sort of that little one going like that, kinda. All sorts of structure-ish little, I don't know, what would you call that? Structure-ish stick formations, stick and limb, like that. It's definitely cool. Check this out. How cool is that? Oops. I don't know what this is. Little thingy. Shelter, I think I saw. They said there's a shelter. Ooh. Sounded like a little knock. Out there somewhere. Maybe. That's cool. Wow, look at that. If it was raining or something, chill there for a bit. It's got the roof. Very cool. Sitting in the shelter here for a minute. Perfect breeze. There's some kind of machinery going in the background somewhere. What was that looking through there? Look at that. That's like twisted around. Wow. See if we can see it from the side over here. Look at that. Literally like bent around. That is wild. Imagine the strength to do that. That stuff from over here, different angle of it all. You can see some of those going like, let me see, kind of up. It's hard for me to point at it, but you can see some kind of arcing up, like bent that way from this angle. That is cool. Kind of center screen there, they're sort of bent. Zoom back out. Have a look at right nearby. This is pretty steep where I'm facing right now. That's all downhill. And there's up. Kind of see in the distance through the trees a tiny bit. This whole area, just a tiny bit further down, looks pretty intriguing. All those trees up there, all kind of. It's this one that's kind of leaning. Must be, it's held up by those up there. And then look at this one. That right there, the big end. That's sawed off, so. That's pretty cool. It's right through there in the center. And there's all these. Wow. That is cool. There's all that stuff. Underneath these, how many? There's 1, 2. Like, well, that's kind of all part of one tree here, and then there's the one behind it. Very cool. Up here, there's that kind of leaning up there. seen this a few times. This is kind of threaded through the fork there. That one. Nice shot. Just heard a little tap while I was talking there. Yep. I think. Sometimes my backpack might make that sound, I think, so. Could be that too. Oh, little lookout over here. Huh. What a beautiful day. Definitely has a different look to it than Florida. I think that's a chainsaw. You can hear that. It's almost like a little arch through there. I think that's one of those roots. That's pretty cool. There's the bird whistle. I was just looking at, you probably can't see anything. Doesn't really look like much, but just peeked at the ground. Some soft dirt though. I see tread. It's fun to look though. Yeah, it's a little, you hear that? It's a little wet, so. I think that's a shoe. I don't know. Maybe, don't know. It's kind of big, a little bigger than my hand, I'd say, when it's all the way down there. Kind of looks like an arch right there. That pile. It's really bent. Glyphs, when I see stuff like that, they're obviously broken on each side and placed there. Seem kind of, you know, consistent with each other. And there's this. Pretty neat. Definitely impression-y. For sure, if you can see that. All along here. Hard to say. Almost looks like toes, but it could be a shoe. I don't know. Sure does seem prime though for the possibility. There's a definite print. You tell me, what do you think? Is that a shoe? Is that shaped like a shoe? I think you should be able to see the shape of that one. There's obviously a bunch, and it's obviously a hiking trail. But it's fun to look. That one's pretty pronounced. almost looks foot shaped to me there. But it's hard to, I mean, it's really defined, but you see how it's pointed there? Hard to say though. Trail goes down there. Now there's a pretty big couple impressions here. That looks like it might be a shoe though. That there almost looks like toes, kind of. See that? Don't know. There is a definite shoe right there. So, as a point of reference, with a little poke right next to it for some reason. I'm pretty sure that's a shoe. I think I see tread. Like, right there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's tread. Let's hear a little sound. There's a big leaning tree, kind of right up to like a break. Looks like might be just the end of that tree that's leaning up that's broken there. See a broken tree through there. Center screen. Kind of opens up right here. It's been pretty shady so far, but there's a nice shot of the blue sky today. That's pretty neat right there. See that stick that's kind of right there? Poke through there, or thread it through. Huh. That's cool. Probably a shoe. I figure on a hiking trail I'll err on the side of shoe, unless it's really pronounced. There's definitely some pronounced impressions here. You can see the tread on that one. See tread, I think, there. That was kind of interesting, right there. You can see, that's like where the big toe would be, and try to show different angles. Try to do it justice through the camera. This looks like another one that's kind of right in line with the last one I just saw. And possibly here. I would say the big toe would be there. Little toe there, maybe, if that was a toe. They're really close together. That's only like 3 feet. Huh. Smaller foot, but definitely a defined impression of some kind. Kind of foot shaped. For point of reference, if you remember where it was, here's my foot next to it. So it's a little smaller than my foot. I have the heel about lined up, so it's about a similar length. Prime spot. That one here almost looks foot shaped. I think the toes are on this side. But I noticed that one too. That's really defined, at least. You can see that. Just like something landed like right in front of me. It almost sounded like. Jeez. Guess some people walked right through the water. Look at that. Shoe? What do you think? Look at how. I'm just kind of scanning it too. Someone else might watch this more carefully and see something that I missed. Huh. That's cool. But it is right in the trail, so it's hard to say. From this vantage point, there's a nice break up there. See it through there? Sweet. You gotta see where it's broken there. Some nice bird sounds. And there's the ground. Boy, it's muddy here. Some people like this one walked right through the mud. There might be a couple prints or something, a very large impression. It's like a Y right there. Kind of like a little glyph almost looking right there. I'm not the best with glyphs, so anyone that knows, let me know what you saw there, if you saw anything. I don't know what that could be. Wow. Very cool. Right here, if you can see it. Just when I was walking up, almost looked like a big toe right there. Certainly impression-y. We're open here. Looks like I almost want to say that's a creek bed down there. Yeah, I think so. Boy, that could be fun. There's like a pile of sticks there, across there. Yeah, a little creek running, you can hear it. Barely. You can kind of see a little ways straight out. Especially right through there. That looks like one of my beautiful arches. Kind of tangled up in there. And this stick right in front of me is just kind of hanging there. That's a beauty. Look at that. Beautiful work. cruising along looking at that. Man, there's a distraction right there. Almost looks like an arch, sort of center screen. Kind of shaped like one. What a distraction waiting to happen. White chipmunk, straight down by that tree, center screen, just chilling there. Hopefully my lens is not too dirty. I wanted to capture this if I can before he takes off. Cute little guy there, huh? What's up? Talk about a little dose of serenity. Right here there was a little trail that was just clearly coming down to the creek, so. Apart from the machine sounds, it's quite serene down here. I've actually looked along a creek bed like this, and I was surprised how very few possible impressions I found. It kind of goes up a hill there, perfect breeze. Hopefully this at least brings you out into the hike with me. A little peaceful. Touch of serenity. Looking through there. It's kind of like an open area there. That's cool. And doesn't it look promising? Honestly, I haven't had much luck looking for any types of prints in an area like this, but it's worth a look. Let me know if you see anything cool. There's definitely a small foot-shaped print there. Wow. I also have to keep an open mind to possibly really big impressions that I would almost just miss because they're so big. That's possible. Kind of like a little break up there, center screen. Well, that got even more cool looking. Right through there. Look at that. Look at this. How perfect. Little flowers. There's a bee flying around. Wow, this is awesome. The trail goes right along this little creek. Look at that. Sort of a trail through there. Look at this little spot, huh? Sometimes you get to an area during a hike, it's like a reward. This feels like that. I wouldn't be surprised if this little area was interesting at night. It's the type of place I would love to Just leave a recorder. See what you might pick up. So we cross the creek here. Some rocks. Goes down that way. Right through that whole broken tree stuff. Boy. There's one kind of at an angle. What's going on there? There we go. Walk across this. A pile of a tree avalanche. Wow, look at that. Look at this little one right here. Man, look at that. This is why the forest is clear here. Huh, that's funny though. If you look straight up, this one you could see the roots, and then those ones are over it, so this didn't push down those. I see an interesting break way up, right around that area. See if I can catch it. There's a bird way up there. What is that? Right up in there. Where are you? I think I missed it. Right through there, if you can see it. Oh, there it went. Look at this. Try to get my zoom back. Where is it? Right there. See that fascinating looking break? Kind of center screen, up through the trees. Wow, and then here's a whole bunch more. And there's more too, I'm gonna show you in a second. Wow. This sure makes me wonder. What's going on? If you heard a little grumble, that was my stomach. Interesting, kind of bent branches. These all went across the trail. It's cut off. Oh. Look at that. With the background too. Oh, that's a beauty. Oh, there's a little one too. Little mini arch. Well, I guess you could debate that, right? Is that an arch? That's all that. Those are the other broken trees I just saw. Got a loud bird chirp over here. That's pretty neat right there too. One of those looks bent, possibly. There's a huge bend. Okay. That's making me feel like we're in a cool area. Wow. Now this little print right here, I feel like it's almost too small for it to be, but those look like, I mean, are those toe prints right there? Wow. Huh, look at that. Wow. Are those toe prints? That looks way too small for a big toe. That's odd though, the way that is in that print. Huh. It's definitely foot shaped. Don't know. Maybe it's something else. Maybe, I mean, it looks, the whole thing looks foot shaped, but wow. Trail kind of wrapped around behind that stuff, so there's that big break from the backside. That's a beauty. Interesting spot right here for sure. Break way up there. Couple leaning trees or limbs. like a little mini teepee. Straight through there, center screen, it looks like a big limb just hanging, kind of leaning. If I zoom, you might be able to see the top of it. The big side up, right next to this. That's cool. Trees tapping. That's making some of the sound there when the wind blows. Wow. Wow. It's interesting how that vine is running, isn't it? I've wondered if, I guess, I don't know, you could dismiss it and say it got hung up because of the vine, and you could go the other way and say somebody used the vine to hold it up. Another break right through there. That light colored one it's pretty old. Right there, center screen. It's cool, huh? It's cool either way. There's a neat little, old too. You see it's broken there, center screen. Interesting just through there. All over the place, big uprooted tree kind of through there where it's open, brighter. Big huge break, center screen right there. Big limb, look at that. I don't know if that's happy or creepy, but I'll go with happy. A lot going on in there. Tree kind of vine entanglement going on. I think those sounds are a machine. I can hear something like the bucket or something. Wow, that's cool. Interesting bend there. This is across the trail, looks like for a while. All the bark pushed off it. Big mushroom up there, huh? Oh, that's interesting too. Look at that. It's just a little bend. No scrapes on the outside, like, well, it is scraped a tiny bit, so maybe that was by the trail the forest people to clear the trail a little bit. Huh. Man, lots. Oh God, there's an interesting break everywhere, but this one here looks really funky, almost like it's just mangled or twisted. Right there. Over on this side, there's just a lot of angles. That's what I should call it. Oh, let me zoom out. There we go. You can see a break right there, kind of center screen. Comes across the path, and then through there, there's a lot going on. It's probably hard to see though, with all the brush. Look at that break way up there. It's about 18 feet up, 20 feet up. Wow. like there's a little intentionality behind this right here, and there's a beautiful possible arch, like a little mini teepee. Beautiful. Broken tree here. There it is laying there. Oh, there's a few of them. See an interesting bend, kind of up high. It's hard to see, but I have recorded so many of those. Surprisingly, there's one. Look at that. That one leaning right there, center screen, and that beautiful curve. Haven't seen any of those huge ones here like I have in Florida. Look at this. The way those are all kind of crisscrossed up there, up high. Wow. There's my bird whistle. Haven't. There was what, a frog? Bird, frog? Woodpecker, we got it all. It's kind of open here. Ooh, hear that? That was like a knock. Like a thump. That definitely was not my backpack. There's a beautiful curve. Center screen. Right next to a pile of sticks and stuff. Look at that. It's kind of neat. You can see way down there, sort of. So grateful. Just such a perfect day. I can't believe it. I'm trying to appreciate the heck out of it. What's going on here? Man, oh man. Huh. That looks twisted. Center screen there. Wow. Lots to see. Here's the other side. Twisted or kind of bent around. Kind of looks like. Neat bend coming up here. I think I just heard like that sort of knock sound again. Look at this little, oh, are those frogs? So that was a frog that I heard possibly, huh? Hey guys. Wonder who's been stepping in this thing. Beautiful little pond. Looks like people have walked around it, so look at this that I'm standing under. Might as well have a look around it. There's a trail. Tons of froggies. I don't know what all that is. There's tadpoles maybe. And there's what I can see in the distance. Nice little pond. Perfect for the frogs. They made little like barks when they jumped. That was cute. There's one. I think I filmed it. Maybe I'll try to slow it down. There's one. I think I filmed it. Maybe I'll try to slow it down. Replay it. There's that. Pretty cool. That bend right there. Looking at right now. Possibly another creek or the same creek down there. Little chainsaw. Oh, a toad. What's up, toad? Hey, toad, no harm. I just love catching you little beautiful nature creatures. What's up, buddy? Thanks for sitting still for a second there. I must have passed the chainsaw. All right. That one sounded like it was behind me. Probably cutting some of these across paths, whatever. A lot of trees across this path, I'll tell you. It's pretty neat. All that. Trees going in two different directions. Any nature experts might be able to point out if that's unusual or anything. Sort of a stump right there with a broken small tree. About center screen there. Through there about center screen. Bunch of uprooted trees. There's one in the distance there. Well, another one closer too. You can see them all right here. They look like they were done a while ago. Here's another. Long time ago, I think. Interesting how these are sort of laid across the uprooted tree. Beautiful bird sounds. And then it kind of opens up from the thickness here to this openness here. I got a bunch of little click sounds I'm making as I walk. I got a camera in my pocket. That's kind of cool. A lot of uprooted trees with plenty of others still standing. There's a big, big break down there, center screen. Big. That's way up because it goes downhill. That's downhill. That's like a little creek bed or something. Looks pretty neat from up here. I wonder if I'll hear an owl today. What made me think of that is I sounded like one way in the distance just now. It's early afternoon, 2 or 3. All the birds. Birds and a hike. Wow, they are loud. Not like unusually loud, just lots of birds. Love it. Good vibes. Another leaning tree up there. Looks like the fork from that one kind of caught around that big one. That is cool. Like 2 big trees making an X through there, if you can see that. Center screen, you got the one without bark, and then thicker one. You see it, there it is. Very cool. Oh, there we go. Look at this smorgasbord of structurous stuff. With a lot of names on the tree. Look at that. And it goes that way. And there's that. Look at how that's perched up there. And it's broken there. Wow. Broken stump there. And there's all this. A lot of trees that just land in one place. Like 3 of them stacked on each other. Another uprooted tree. I'm like singing. There's another one kind of reflecting in the light. There's definitely enough of them where you could dismiss them as, or just say that they're all from wind. Could be. It's cool though. Another one. Leaning trees. Very cool. And another school of thought could be that they were done intentionally for some reason. One thing I do believe is the Sasquatch do have the power to do that. Nope, I've never seen them do it, but I just believe that. Arch right there. That's pretty neat there. That one too. Alright. Breathe through there. It's kind of threaded through those 3 trees there. Pretty cool. Lots of leaning trees. Kind of got a valley or something. Holler. Goes down. Butterfly. Looks like some of that was sawed off. Shape to it. Take a little closer look at these little structures out here behind the campsite. How cool is that? Wow. Maybe somebody will see some interesting stuff here. I don't know who might have done this, huh? There's that one. How cool is that, huh? Like a little rain fort. Little ledge in there. That is cool. That's the back side. Couple of space down here. I'm glad people are leaving this and not burning it in that fire. It's just cool, you know? There's the other side. There's the inside of this one. Look at that. Right here. That's a heavy guy right there. Top of it. Here's one more look at those from over here. So cool. That one. There's the silver tree, and a little better look at the break up there. And about to have dinner.